Gug. What is Gug? Gug. Gug drove me crazy because Gug is a game about not just collecting cute little Gugs that gug each other. It's also about your mother named Merula, and amniotic fluids, and throwing your Gugs into a pool of amniotic fluid, and then they come out the other side powerful, more powerful than you could have ever hoped and imagined, and they start to bend the very fabric of the game itself that gave rise to them, the very code that allows them to Gug. But more than anything, it's not just a monster collector, these cute little eerie balls of whatever the hell they're made of. It's a proof of concept. I have never seen any game like Gug before. Now, what you do is it's basically a up to 5v5 Pokemon, like Magic, the Gathering-esque, and you get your team together, and you see on the side there, you see how many enemies are left. Sometimes you fight bosses, so you attack like the other area, but if you attack like an open area when there isn't a boss, you get Glug, which is like coins, and then it's a roguelite as well, so you can like unlock and discover all these different potential Gugs. There's so many Gugs. There's like 100,000 Gugs, apparently, that are coded into this game. I don't know how you put so many Gug into one game. But I love it. I love it so much. And I was doing so much testing because at first I just tried to play it normally, like a regular monster battler collector. It's fun. It's fun that way. And I think it needs to stay that way. But the proof of concept that I was talking about was the amniotic pools. Now, these amniotic pools evolve your Gugs into a specific type. The way that they're evolved is based off of the keywords and phrases that you put into this field while you're in the amniotic pool zone. My first Gug that I ever evolved, I was clicking randomize, and it was Unthorn. I thought it was Unthorn, but actually it's Unthorn, meaning that the Gug that's going to come out the other side is going to be one that is anti-thorns. So thorns typically in games is like you attack someone, and if they have one thorn as like a buff or something, you're going to take 1 damage just for attacking them and landing because they're spiky, they're thorny. I realized, oh hey, over time I was like, wow, I'm not playing this game well. I was losing. I was like, how do you win this? How do you get enough Glug so that you can do all the stuff that you want to do? I was playing it basic. But then I had the epiphany. I was just gonna test stuff out in the main area because you have an amniotic pool where you can just type things in, have some fun, see what comes out the other side. I just started typing in random things. Oh, you can just test stuff out. Okay. Vulnerable. Can I be doing it while on the battlefield? Invulnerable. Okay. 999 stats. Whoa. What? I created. What? Copycat? I filled the entire text pool up with 9s. Let's just see what happens when you put a bunch of 9s. You know what happened? It made non-nillion noodle. My favorite just breaks the game entirely. There are some Gugs that are gods. They're simply gods. That's not even like a big deal because there was a Gug with reflect. So reflect back the damage that it took to like 3 random enemies, and it cleared out like my entire board. Oh, wait, what? Oh! To all enemies up to 9 times total. Splagger. Oh my god. And so I was like, oh wait, no, I need to protect them. And so I typed in the word Aegis. Aegis. Protects friendly creatures from enemy health reductions. so it prevented them from dying, even from like instant death effects, because you have to, the logic of the game is so complicated, it makes me sweat. But basically, the logic of the game is so complex, I can't even imagine how difficult this was to code, because it only gets crazier from there. I started thinking, oh, hey, wait, if you can bend, if you can just completely break the game, imbalance, I had exclamation marks for numbers. Just say exclamation mark. It just says exclamation mark. It just says exclamation mark. Oh, that's a lot of gluck. I had an alarming amount of coins, so many coins, and I had so much attack and health on all of my gugs. And I started thinking, oh, and they were all protected, so none could take damage. And then there were some you can make just straight up invulnerable. And then there were some that made it so that enemies couldn't come to the battlefield by taking their movement from 1 out of 1 and made it 0 out of 1, so that they can't even attack you, they can't even fight you. But then I was thinking, oh wait, every single parameter in the game is basically a coding keyword. And so I was thinking, wait, what if I can make myself win? I don't have to fight, I can make a Gug win. So I typed in instant win. You know what popped out the other side? As soon as this guy enters the battlefield, it just zooms me to a win. And I was like, oh, you can do whatever you want. It's non-restricted. It is the most imbalanced game possible. And so I was trying to refine this process as finely as possible so that I wouldn't even need an alarming, oh, that's a lot of gluck, amount of health and attack. It just says exclamation mark. On my Gugs, that all I would need is a not lose Gug and an instant win Gug and a Gug that could potentially protect those other Gugs to make sure that they're alive so that their effects always go off. And so what I ended up doing, I couldn't find a Gug that could protect things as fast as I could win, because apparently player turn, win on player turn, win at player turn, that kind of keyword is actually broken because it's an instant win. It's more of an instant win than typing in instant win. Oh, we did it! We did it! Gribble star. And then I typed in never lose because I never wanted to lose. And so this guy pops out and he literally makes it impossible for you to lose. Look at my mother's health. My mother is at -17 health, but I turned on the detailed descriptions of these Gugs, and this is what I started reading. It gets so particular. You can just read exactly what it says, and when you read exactly what it says, it makes sense why you're not ever going to lose. You cannot lose by normal means. This game blew my mind. It was so much fun to figure out, to go through. I was evolving myself. I felt like a Gug in that blue amniotic going up to the moonlight. It has horrible UI, but wow, what a game. I'm pretty sure I broke it. So there are some things that need to be changed, but amazing game. I'm gugged out.